Hello friends, myself Nayan Shah, and today we will be discussing about Google Classroom. Due to this coronavirus problem, most of our teachers' role is changed. Previously, we were used to teach in front of students, and now the time is we are teaching them in front of camera. Many of you would be using many different softwares for teaching your students online. Google Classroom is one of the most effective way to teach students online. Millions and millions of schools around the globe is using Google Classroom to teach their students. And many teachers are facing many problems. They have so many queries how to use Google Classroom. So, I am Nayan Shah and I'll be teaching you how easily we can learn Google Classroom and we can use it to teach it to the students. So welcome to the Tech Talk of Nayan Shah. These are some of the points we will be covering in this video. How to log into Gmail, the very first step. Next would be how to start Google Classroom, then how to create Google Class, and then deciding the most important point to decide the settings of the class, and then last how we can add or invite students to our classroom. So let's start with learning Google Classroom. We start with browser. We start with this browser, and in browser we go to Gmail. Either you write mail.google.com or you can click on Gmail button if it is available. Select your account if it is already there, or if it is not there, you write your user ID and then it will ask you for the password. Type the password. Click on the next button. As you click on the next button, as you can see, it will open your Gmail account which is linked with your G Suite. Here you will see 9 dots. Click on that 9 dots and scroll down until you find Google Classroom. The symbol is with a yellow border and green background. Click on the Google Classroom. It will take you to the classroom environment. So first step was to start Gmail, log into your account, go to the 9 dots, find out the Google Classroom, click on that. As you click, you will be bring over here Google Classroom. I have already created few class. Let us see how we can create a new class. If you see here the plus sign, click on that plus sign and there are two options: join class, create class. Join class is for students and create class is for teachers. Let's click on create class. Now it is asking you few informations. Only the first one is compulsory. How you type the information here is up to you. It's your choice. Let's say class name, I say 9th A and B. Section I don't write. Subject I write computer science. It will bring that automatically. And section U, if you want to write 2020, 2021, something like this, any information, and then click on create button. As you click on create button, it will start creating your class with the information you provided. As you can see here, 9th A and B, 2020, 2021, and computer science, which we had written. If you click here, it will show you subject computer science. If you wish subject to be included here, then it is better you write over there at the place of 2020-21. It's up to you how you design this class. After that, you can change the theme, this theme if you want to change by selecting a new theme, or you can upload a photograph of your classroom or your school building or anything. Once you create a class, the class will show you 4 options: stream, classwork, people, and grades. Today we will discuss stream. Stream is like a place through where you can communicate with your students. You send message, you send some reminders, you send some notices to your students. So that is here, you can do it. Communicate with your class here. So this is the place through which you can communicate to your students. But before you do anything, just click here on the settings button. Click on the settings. It will bring you to the settings. If you want to change this class description and section in this, you can do that. You may write in class description computer so that it will be displayed on the class heading. In general settings, here you see the class code. We will discuss this afterward. Stream, student can post and comment. There are 3 options. If you click there, you decide whether students can post and comment, whether student can only comment, or only teachers can post and comment. I prefer you select only teachers can post and comment, so that no unnecessary posts and comments will be received from the student side. Then classwork on the stream, show condensed notification, let it be as it is. Meet, if you are going to in future use live recording, live class through Meet, you can generate a Meet link. The benefit of creating Meet link from here is that you can use this link throughout your academic year. Then you don't need to create new link for your class. So it is better you generate a Meet link and keep it visible to the students, so that whenever you decide to have live classroom through Meet, Google Meet, you can continue it without creating any new link. We will discuss about Google Meet in detail in another video. Right now we will focus on grading. It is very important for every teacher to grade their students for their different kinds of work. So let us decide the grading. For first, to decide the grading, go to overall grade calculation, how you want it. So click here and select weighted by category. Weighted by category, and then you have the categories here. Add grade category. Click on that, and first category we write as assignments, and the weightage is 10%. Another category, classwork, or rather homework, again 10%. New category, you can add as many categories you want to add, summing up to 100%. Test, class test you might be taking, and you want to consider 20% of that, and then final exam, which would be the remaining 60%. So this is how you decided your weight category of grading. 10% of assignment, 10% of homework, test 20% weightage, and exam 60%. So total out of 100. Now click on the save button here. So all these settings will be saved in your new classroom. Now as you can see, the new classroom settings have been saved as it says here. And suppose you want to send a welcome message to your student. So click here and say, welcome to the new academic year 2020-2021. Now, whenever you post any notification, you have this post button over here and a triangle button, which says that either you post, you schedule, or you save as a draft. If you click on post, the notification will be posted immediately to the students, and they will be able to see it right at the same moment. If you click on schedule, you can decide that when this notification will be posted to the students. And if you click on save draft, or you select save draft, it will be saved as draft, and so that in future you can modify it, and then final, once it is final, you can send to the student. Let us schedule it. Let's say I want to send this on Thursday, 18th of June at 8 a.m. to all the students in my class. I will schedule. Now I don't need to worry. Even if I am not present in front of my computer on 18th, this notification, this message, this announcement will go to all the students of this class automatically. So that is the best thing, that you schedule all your activities for particular classroom, and that activity will be automatically posted on the date and the time you decided. So this is how we create announcements through the class. So once we have created announcement, using this button we can reuse the announcement. The post which you created for one class, you can reuse for any other class also. So you don't need to type the same post again and again. You click on reuse post, it will show you all the classes which you already created. Select the class in which you want to make the same announcement, and then click here and reuse. But now I won't post the same because I don't want to post the same in the other class, but you can do it if you have one announcement in which you want to make in other classes also. You can do it from here. If you feel that you want to delete the announcement which you scheduled for some date, you can use this button to delete the announcement. So this is how you can reuse or delete the announcement which you already made. If you look here, there is a Meet link, and the students and teachers can use this Meet link throughout the year to conduct online live Meet class. So every time teacher or student don't need to refer to different links once we have created this link. Now there can be one question, that if you created a class and for any reason you want to delete that class, then how to delete that class? So to delete the class, you can go to this, go to the classes, and for every class on right hand side, upper right hand side, you will see these three dots. Click on these three dots and you can select archive. Click on archive, it will confirm whether you want to do it, archive it. It will go to the archive folder. Here there is archive classes. Here again you have a chance to restore it or to delete it or to copy it. Right now I won't delete it because we want to use this class to add students. So I will say restore. As you say restore, the class will also come back to where it was with the same features which we have added in that. Let us open this class. Now inviting students to the class, the most important point. If you want to invite your students to class, there are two methods. One is you can use this class code. Click on this, copy this class code, right click and copy, and then make an announcement to students. Okay, join this class using this class code. So that is one way of communicating with the students. You send them the class code, they will use the class code to join your class. Other method is you go to the people tab. In people tab, you click on students and this add students button. As you click on add students button, it will ask you to type the name of the students or email address of the students. Now suppose you have 60 students in your classroom, then it is very tedious task to type all the 60 students name or email address over here. So the better method is you keep your all the students email address typed in one file, go to that file, copy that and bring it over here and paste it. Let us see how we can do that. We go to the file. I already have a list of students with their email ID. Suppose these are the students and these are the email addresses I want to add into the class. I will select it, Control C, copy. We go back to our Google class, come here and say Control V, post it. Once you paste it, all the email addresses will be pasted here, and then you click on add recipients. All the recipients will be added, and then you click on invite button. As you click on invite button, every student whose email addresses were there, they will be getting a notification through email that this teacher has sent you a request to join the class. So you can see that everywhere there is invited is written. So all these students are invited. If you feel that out of these students, there are 2-3 students whom you don't want to invite in this class, you can select them. For example, these 2 students, and then you can click on action, remove. So these 2 students will be removed from your class, which by mistake you might have added. There are other actions also, like you can, if you want to send these 2 students some special email for some instruction, then you can click on email. So these are some of the things you can do from this tab, people tab. We will see people tab more in next video. Come to the stream tab. Very quickly, let us see what we have done. We have created class, then we created meet link, we decided the settings of the classroom, we saw how can create announcement can be done to the students, and we also discussed how we can decide the gradings of the students, and finally we saw how in 2 different ways we can invite students to our classroom. Thank you for watching. I wish you enjoyed this. If you liked it, please subscribe, like, and put some comments so that in next video I can improve in that. Till then, bye bye. Stay safe.